Welcome to Nathan's Armory. I'm Nathan. Tonight I'm going to tell you the story of the Little Sioux Scout Ranch tornado. This is in my ongoing series, Tales of the Sheepdog. Alright, so back in 2008, there were 93 boys and 25 youth and young adults who were at this scout ranch. Tornado came along, they had 5 minutes warning, they jumped in some cabins, took cover, and unfortunately 4 of the boys did not survive the tornado, but the real story is what the rest of them did after the tornado had passed. After the tornado had passed, these young men went out and they helped all of the injured. There were 48 injured, so you're talking almost 50% injured, and then the other 50% were not injured. They went and took care of all of the ones that needed to be hospitalized. Here's one of the young scouts. His name is Ethan Hessen. The reporter said, "You said, if it had to happen, it is good that it happened here at a Boy Scout camp. Why would you at age 13 say such a thing?" Hessen replied, "Because we were prepared. We knew that shock could happen. We knew that we needed to place tourniquets on the wounds that were bleeding too much. We knew that we needed to apply pressure and gauze. We had first aid kits. We had everything." Wow, that's just amazing that a 13-year-old would be able to, after that experience, be that put together about that. The local fire chief, Ed, he said, "It's the scouts that saved a lot of lives." All right, so after it was all said and done, Boy Scouts of America, they awarded 75 medals of merit, 30 heroism awards, 7 honor medals, 9 honor medals with crossed palm. So I have a question for you, the viewer. If a tornado came along and hit your neighborhood and emergency services were blocked from getting in for, let's say, an hour, how many awards and medals would they be passing out after it was all said and done in your neighborhood? If half your neighbors injured and the other half weren't, would everyone get medical attention before the EMS and them showed up? Would everyone be running around with first aid kits, stopping the bleeding? To be honest with you, I don't think that would be the case. I think there'd be a lot of people in shock, people trying to dial 911 and get help, people sitting there feeling sorry for themselves, screaming, where are the people to save me? Why can't they get to me? Why can't they help me? And all that. So, what's the lesson we can learn from these brave 13 and 14-year-olds? I'm, for one, would say that we should all get, at least bare minimum, a family first aid kit. They run $10. They sell them at Walmart. I got one made by Johnson & Johnson. It has all the basics you need built into it. It is terrific. They make other versions by other manufacturers, but a family first aid kit would be the first thing I would suggest getting. In fact, I would suggest getting one for each vehicle and one for the house, just so when you're out and about, if you all of a sudden have an accident, you have it there. Secondly, I would suggest that everyone go and take an emergency first aid class. Learn emergency first aid, learn how to resuscitate someone, learn CPR. At the very least, if you're not going to go and pay money to take an emergency first aid class, go on YouTube. There are people who tell you all that stuff on YouTube if you look for it. They make videos on everything that's related to first aid on YouTube. So, the power of the mind and having the right equipment and having the right mindset, if an emergency comes along, you can save lives too and be a sheepdog. So, again, this is another Tales from the Sheepdog. I'm Nathan, and I'm out of here.